Hello, Prof. How are you? Good evening, Prof. Today we are doing this test, the midterm test, and it is about a movie. The movie is called Citation. Um, it is that movie. It's something um, a little bit sad for me because um, in that movie we can see almost all the problems that we have in the schools, in the high schools, and the universities, including the universities. Um, why I really feel that because when I was in the high school, um, I had some problems like in the movie, and it represent me um, almost all the high school, all that my stage in the high school. So I'm going to explain a little bit what I understand about the movie. Um, for me, the main topic about the movie is the discrimination. In this case, we can see that many people of this movie are for example, dark people. Um, so it is not something of genders, but because um, in this case it is in their life. So they are in their society. They are in in their culture. So it is um, the discrimination can be present in all the parts of the world. So for me, that's the main topic. Obviously, the discrimination is something bad, and we as a teachers have to decrease because we can see in this movie that some of the people, for example, the partners and people like that, did things that difficult that things difficult the life of this girl that we can see in this image. So I guess that's the main topic. Okay, this movie, what I saw, sorry. Obviously, the main topic it is about the discrimination, but it starts with a girl that girl that we can see in this image, um, that she wants to be a professional. She wants to be a good girl in the future. So that's the first thing that I can saw in this movie. After that, we can start to see some parts of the movie where we can see the discrimination. Why? For example, um, she doesn't have human rights in this institution. Um, she tries to be in this institution. Something before is that she is poor. She is a poor girl. So, for example, in this institution, it's difficult for her um, be there because she's better. That's the first thing that I can saw. Another thing is okay that I something that I said before is the human rights. For example, in one part of the movie, I saw that she talks with a teacher or with a professor. I don't remember the that character of this guy, but um, they were in a office where he tries to use she he tries to use um, the her body and tries to do a violation, obviously physical violation. When she um talks with a principal, they don't believe in her or don't believe her opinion. Obviously, for example, what's the idea that I try to explain? For example, I am the professor or that guy. Because I am that professor, I I have some benefits or they believe in whatever I say. She can't or they don't believe in her because she is a woman. That's the principal thing. She is a student and she doesn't have human rights. Because this movie, I guess that is based in in some real stories. So in that part, we can see that the human rights doesn't exist in these cultures. So another thing that I want to talk about is that we are um, the same thing. So, for example, because I am a white man, I don't have benefits or more benefits than a dark guy. I don't know if you understand me. Or if I am, or if I am from, for example, we talk if we talk about the our country, Costa Rica, because I am from Cotobruz, I don't have benefits or I don't have human rights. No, or I am less than a guy that lives or is from San Jose. No, it is the same thing in all the parts of the country. Um, Obviously, all the people don't have the opportunities or have a computer to study, a cell phone, um, I don't know, a car, for example, and that's some difficulties that they have. But if they work in that, they can They can be a professional, they can be a good doctor in a future, or a principal doctor in a future, or almost, for example, or maybe the president of the republic in this in our case. So that's the main idea that I present here, that we have the the human rights that you have. So, for example, I have here in Zambito, I have a classmate that his name is Jairo. For example, Jairo is or he lives in La Lucha. He lives almost like 30 or 40 minutes than what I where I live, because I live um, really near to the park of San Vito Cotorros. Um, if he can't be be here for a lesson of the university, um, I guess that I have the 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 obligation, or not the obligation, but we can be a good friend, for example. And if he can't, sorry, if he cannot be in the lesson, I can explain the things. So we have to be a quality in our lives. Why? Because that's our life. We have to be solidarity, and if we have friends, we have to be friendly. Okay, relation to today's world is something difficult, because as I said in the first slide, um, when I was in the college, it's something. It was something um, sad for me, and this topic is it's sad for me. Why? Because I um, used and use glasses with I have a big problem in my eyes, so that's something that it's difficult for me. Um, I almost sorry. Also, I have in that time I had um, a problem with my weight. I was a really um, fat person, but today I'm not. But that's something that is difficult in our lives when we are in a high school, because the people of the high school, the classmates, and many people like that, tried to do some jokes or something like that, that we are not happy. That's something that don't really I really don't want to happen again. Um, I understand in this movie that the discrimination is present in all the parts of the world. So if we can stop that discrimination, we are going to work a good work as a teachers, obviously. And that's the relation to today's world. In conclusions, I have three conclusions. Number one, the movie it's perfect and it's something that that I appreciate because it's something that represent the life, the real life. Because some movies are um, like a fiction, like unreal. So this is real. The second conclusion is that we as a teachers, or in my case, I as a teacher, have to work with the discrimination and all the problems that we have in the school, right? But in my case, in this topic, it's something difficult, and I'm going to say the third conclusion because the third is something about the second conclusion. Um, I am applying or doing the TCU in a school, and it's something that, or this topic about discrimination that we can see in this movie, is something that I didn't know in the school. I know about the high school, but I didn't know about the school. It's something new for me. So I talked with a teacher that she said me that we are in a new world. We are in a new generations. And it's something that happened. Um, I don't know how can I say that, but it's something that is difficult to work in our cases. And why? Because sometimes the guys are a problem guy. For example, I'm going to say one example. I worked with a guy that he has some problems in his house, so it's difficult, right? But he said to another guy that he's I don't not I'm sorry, I'm not going to say that word, but it's something that I really am surprised by that. So that's one of the things that we have to work. And I really appreciate this movie because it's something new. The generations are always um, upgrading, but it's something difficult to work in our years, right? So that's my ideas, Prof, and I really appreciate this movie. It's something new for me, and thank you. I really be grateful with you. Thank you, Prof. And in the last slide, you are going to find some bibliographies of ideas that I see in another video.